Dozens of Russian soldiers at once couldn't take it anymore and literally drank themselves to death at the front line. Ukrainians followed up with an immediate coordinated assault on the weakened Russian positions, now threatening to collapse Russia's flank. The Ukrainians immediately exploited the situation by launching preparatory strikes ahead of their counterattack. Ukrainian kamikaze drones destroyed a building in the village of Priship, 36 kilometers south of Stepnohirsk, which Russian drone operators were using as a position and storage site for ammunition and drone equipment. As a result, Russian frontline troops were left without full drone coverage, which detects Ukrainian movements, guides artillery, and protects exposed flanks. This further worsened an already critical shortage of drones in the sector, where Russian soldiers had previously complained that Ukrainian drone operators were dominating the battlefield. After the Russian frontline units were left exposed, Ukrainian artillery struck Russian soldiers positioned in the Mali-Sherbaki area, which was important to suppress before the flank attack could begin. Further west, near Stepov, Ukrainian drone operators attacked Russian personnel and shelters using FPV drones and drone-dropped grenades. They also targeted Russian radio antennas to disrupt communications with commanders and interfere with drone operations. These strikes were intended to weaken Russia's local communications and immediate defensive response, while also securing Ukraine's eastern flank ahead of the assault. To support the operation, Ukrainian defense forces reinforced the sector with the 153rd Mechanized Brigade. Shortly afterward, the Ukrainian armed forces launched attacks towards Stepov and in the direction of Kamyanske, which would further isolate Stepnohirsk. This comes at a critical moment for Russian forces, being hit by two problems at the same time: struggling to contain Ukrainian Special Operations Forces infiltrating Stepnohirsk, while facing the risk of its logistics through Kamyanske being completely cut off from the east. Notably, the main Ukrainian counterattacks towards Stepnohirsk are being led by Special Forces units of Ukraine's main intelligence directorate and the International Legion, both of which have extensive experience in urban combat, which is vital inside Stepnohirsk. Despite Russia redeploying airborne assault units to halt the Ukrainian advance, these forces are steadily being pushed back, proving the seriousness of the breach. Meanwhile, Ukrainian special forces assaulted a Russian position in a wooded area east of Kamyanske. After covertly approaching the position and conducting tactical drone reconnaissance, the Ukrainian troops launched the clearing operation against the Russian dugouts. The Russian paratroopers defending the position were eliminated, while 6 soldiers surrendered against the overwhelming attack and were captured alive. As a result of the counterattack, Ukrainian forces pushed back the Russian flank and narrowed the Russian maneuver space, worsening the cutoff threat. In a significant development on the Toretsk front, Ukrainian forces successfully neutralized 2 Russian tanks through a well-coordinated operation involving drone surveillance and precise artillery strikes. The short but impactful footage captures the growing sophistication of Ukraine's tactical responses amid the ongoing war. The operation began with Ukrainian reconnaissance drones identifying the exact location of the Russian armored units. These drones, now essential assets on the battlefield, transmitted real-time intelligence to artillery units positioned nearby. Once the tank's coordinates were confirmed, Ukrainian gunners launched a precision strike. Both tanks were directly hit and destroyed, their smoldering remains visible in the aftermath. The seamless integration of drone technology and artillery firepower underlines a broader trend in modern warfare, where unmanned systems and networked command play pivotal roles in achieving battlefield dominance. This strike adds to a series of recent tactical wins for Ukraine, demonstrating not only technical proficiency, but also strategic adaptability in countering Russian advances. As the war continues, such footage underscores the evolving face of warfare and the high stakes on the front lines. In newly released footage from the front lines, a Ukrainian drone successfully locates and destroys a Russian armored vehicle concealed within a tree line. The short video clip captures the moment an explosive device is dropped from the drone, striking the target and triggering a powerful explosion that disables the vehicle. The operation, documented from multiple angles, highlights the growing importance of unmanned aerial systems in modern warfare. Ukrainian drone operators are seen skillfully maneuvering the aircraft and coordinating strikes in real time, demonstrating both technological prowess and tactical precision. This targeted strike is part of Ukraine's continued campaign to repel Russian forces from contested areas. As drone warfare becomes increasingly central to battlefield success, this operation serves as a clear example of how real-time intelligence and agile drone deployment can neutralize threats with minimal risk to personnel. Such successful missions not only damage enemy capabilities, but also serve to boost morale among Ukrainian defenders and showcase the country's adaptive approach to defense in an evolving conflict landscape. A dramatic new video has surfaced showing a Ukrainian FPV, first-person view, drone conducting a precision strike on a Russian infantry group, supported by armored vehicles in eastern Ukraine. The 39-second footage captures the final approach and impact of the drone as it zeroes in on a group of Russian troops who appear to be regrouping near a tree line. In the opening seconds, the drone flies at low altitude over open terrain, maneuvering steadily toward its target. Visible in the midsection of the video is a cluster of Russian soldiers taking cover alongside at least 2 infantry fighting vehicles, IFVs, and a tank, likely a T-72 variant, providing fire support. The attack culminates in a sudden explosion as the drone strikes its intended target, creating a fiery blast that engulfs a section of the Russian position. Smoke and debris fill the frame in the final moments of the video. Military analysts suggest this operation reflects Ukraine's continued reliance on cost-effective FPV drone tactics to disrupt and dismantle Russian assault groups. These drones, often assembled from commercially available parts, are proving to be a highly effective tool in asymmetric warfare, especially when used in tandem with real-time reconnaissance and artillery spotting.
The presence of armored support vehicles indicates that the Russian troops were preparing or executing a tactical maneuver when they were ambushed. The effectiveness of the drone strike demonstrates Ukraine's growing sophistication in battlefield intelligence and coordination. No official statement has been released regarding the exact location of the strike or the casualty count, but pro-Ukrainian sources have claimed that multiple enemy personnel were neutralized and at least one vehicle sustained critical damage.